Okay, here we go. So, just a word of warning. So, you can likely go out to Ansible Galaxy and find roles based upon Splunk. What I don't want you to do is use someone else's code directly. You can certainly, go through those roles, find the tasks that will help you out. But the idea is that we're creating our own Ansible script. So I'm going to have basically two scripts, one for the SIEM server, which in my case is Splunk, and the other one is for the Splunk forwarder, which is going to be my Rocky box. So I'm going to have two runs, and again, this is all in one playbook, and I encourage you to do it that way because you're going to learn more cobbling together your own solution rather than resting on the shoulders of others. Although you can certainly be informed by their work. So let's run this. All right, so this is the Splunk admin password. I'm going to type it in. And I'm going to let this run. I might pause. I might pause when it kicks off the installation. So if you choose to do Splunk, you're going to have to sign up for a Splunk account, and I believe you get a 90-day evaluation license, and that's what I'm using here. Let me pause this for a moment. Okay, so it copied over, and now this is something you can research if you're doing Splunk. I'll go ahead and install Splunk. There's a file called inputs.conf that for purposes of my installation, it opens up a port in which to receive messages from Splunk forwarders. So I'm kicking Splunk off. Splunk has started. I'm creating an index called 480. I'm also adding a add-on application called the Splunk add-on for Unix and Linux. And now I'm restarting Splunk. All right, now Splunk should be up and running. So if I pop up to here, go to Splunk, let me go ahead and remove all this stuff. This is from my last installation. So I'll fill out my admin and the password. So the password is something that I supplied at the command line. I was prompted for it, if you remember right. Splunk is a bit of a beast, so it's going to take a little while to log in. So that's the first parameter that you need to think about. How can you securely pass over a set of credentials so you can log in after the fact, right? Okay. So I also installed this add-on for Unix and Linux. We're not going to be spending too much time with that. What else can I show you? Oh, so if I go to settings and I go to indexes, you may not have to do this with your SIEM, but I created an index called 480, and this is where my events are going to flow if everything works out okay. I also created let me hunt it down, a receiver. Listening on the default port of TCP 9997. So that was part of my configuration. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop this video, and you're going to have a demonstration similar to that for this part of the milestone. Bye now.